Forgive me for making a video, but I didn't know how to do this. I didn't know how to request a book chapter in a course reserve, so I thought I got to make this anyway. So um, it's easy for me to do. I learned how to do videos on the pandemic, and now it's like I love doing it. So two things we can do, or two objectives for this video. One will be showing you how to request a chapter out of a book in Interlibrary Loan. One thing about a chapter of a book. Oh, then the second objective will be to how to do this in Canvas on a course system. The thing about Interlibrary Loan is you can get anything you want, but we can't get something on Interlibrary Loan unless it's protected by fair use and copyright. So that means it's 10% or less of a work or a chapter from a book. So if you wanted to, you could use Interlibrary Loan right here from the Marriott Library homepage. You could just grab the book, request the book chapter, and once you receive it, you can put it in that Canvas course. So that's one way of doing it, and it's kind of like the old model. When you log in, it'll figure out who you are and who to send it to. And under new requests, you can request a book chapter. This is the easiest part. It just asks you for that citation information. When you click Submit Request, they'll go out to another library. There's 700 libraries in academia in North America that have this book. And we will next. So it'll be a little easier to work on. Takes a day or so. For Canvas, how do we request this? And in a weird way, when you request this to go into your Canvas course, it still goes through Interlibrary Loan. This is what I didn't know how to do. In Canvas, in any course that you are in, it'll typically have the course name and number, the instructor of record, and things like that. If you go down to course materials, this is where you would grab stuff from the library or request it from someplace else. But if you don't have that, you can go to settings. I'll do this. I'll be as brief as I may. Go to settings, and you can find all of those things in the navigation menu. So that's like this right here. So you could go to navigation and find course materials. Assuming you have that all taken care of, let's go to course materials. My dog is barking. He wants to be let back in, but he's not going to be. He just ate and he needs a little outside time. I don't know if you can hear him. So what this is doing right now is it's making a link to the library, Interlibrary Loan, and the course catalog, which also works with Canvas, and there's all sorts of different things. If you've never used this before, you can create a new reading list from scratch. When you click Create It, it'll populate with the course code and all of that stuff. This course isn't tied to it. Anything that you type in, the students will see. I'm going to click Create, though, because I'm in my librarian course. For semesters, the 16-week is the most logical. If it's a shorter course, you can do those. I'm going to move my head. And now it's mapping out all of the weeks in the course. And you can just click on a week. You can rename the week. But wherever you are, let's see. So I'll click on week 5, for example, and then I'll go up here to click Add Items. This is what took me a while to figure out. I thought, I could just put it in blank form, but then I was just like, I can't. How do I do it in the blank form? And I had all sorts of confidence crises. You can upload a file if you have your own file. If you got it from Interlibrary Loan, this is kind of the back-end way of doing it. Or if it exists in the catalog, you can find it and then mark it, and then students will be pointed to that. I'm going to click on blank form, though. And then what you can do is get your excellent citation. So here's my citation. And here's my author. The key moment after you put this in, that's really strong metadata, is what type is it? This is where I got thrown off. And I was like, this is where I say that it's a book chapter. This allows people to look in a variety of catalogs and find it. And then you can put in the source, which is like the name of the book, Be Your Own Expert. Oh, no, wait a minute. I blew it. I reversed it. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. This is the name of the chapter. This is the name of the book. Sorry, I messed that up, but you get the idea. Once you put all these things in here, you want to put in, I mean, do due diligence, but if you can't find things, there's humans that receive this on the other end. They can sort it out. But on the bottom right here where it says display citation, this is what you want. This is where the window of time where students will be able to see this in the Canvas course. You can have it run the whole semester if you want to. It doesn't have to be just tied to that week. And you can have it tied to any number of weeks. And usually this is like the moment that it opens up, but you can have it like anything in Canvas. You can have it close whenever you like. When you click add, maybe I should do add and close. I did a poor job. I didn't fill out all the data, so it's not doing it. But the last one, where this pushes to the library, yeah, please enter. I didn't add anything. This is a terrible video. When you click on library review, this is when that whole list gets flushed over to the library and they busily populate everything in this list. And essentially it's like that old telephone operator thing where they're plugging in a resource and then it connects to the students. It's really kind of drawn out of the pandemic when we needed to do a lot of online stuff and we couldn't negotiate things in person like we used to. Let me know how it goes. And I'll let you know when the print book comes in.